Monetarily, it's typically going to cost less money to own a home than it does to lease or rent. If you can get in that same manufactured home and actually own it, your payment should be less than what you were paying in rent, dependent upon the situation. You can structure a loan on a home to be shorter in term. So if you have the ability to make higher payments, you don't have to go with 10, 12, 15, and 20 years. You can go significantly less than that and own it sooner. But if you're strictly looking at a month to month, what are my expenses and what is my income, it should be more affordable to own most of the time. You as the owner have the upside of very favorable lending terms. You're putting those dollars right into your pocket. You own it, it's your asset. You get the benefits of that, and by having well-run communities, by converting more renters to owners so that there's a pride of ownership. Longevity is definitely affected by ownership. It adds stability, it adds neighborhood, it adds community. Those are all things that when you know your neighbors, your life is just better. There's a lot of frustrated young families out there who don't think that homeownership is an option anymore, and they're looking for alternatives. And so manufactured housing communities are an alternative. That's something that's both functional and establishing you in the community. When you move into a manufactured home, into a community, you have neighbors, you have a life, you have a job, your kids are going to a school, you become deeply rooted within that community, and so you're establishing something. A community is made up of the people who live there, where they work, where they worship, how those residents interact with each other, what is held within the community. Is there a playground where kids can get to know each other? What are you located near and by? How is crime in the area? How is basic things like safety and lighting and police presence? Where are we in terms of being rural, or are we located within a city? So there's a lot of things that kind of make that up. The better we run our manufactured housing developments, the better they integrate into the community, and then the more that they add to that community. We want to be established in the community, know that the kids are getting on and off the bus together, that they're going to the playgrounds together, that you're using those same resources within the community, and that others recognize you, and that you're proud to say, I'm from such and such manufactured housing community. So yeah, it's something that if you're proud of where you're from, that lets you know that you're a good part of the community as well. It's one of those things that I've lived in multi-story apartment buildings, and I don't know who my neighbors are from month to month, and I didn't ever feel as connected in there as I do in a home.